The Bafana Bafana coach Hugo Broos stated that he is undecided about his long-term future. After Bafana Bafana's exit from the 2026 FIFA World Cup, the 72-year-old manager has now resigned from his decision. He now said he doesn't plan to retire again, but has delayed his decision until he meets the SAFA. Now, this is a guy that said the World Cup is his last. The World Cup game is his last role as manager of Bafana.
Yeah.
What must have informed his decision to change his mind?
I think he's feeling excited, and I think he made that decision because he didn't know how the World Cup was going to go or how the AFCON was going to go.
He was expecting...
He felt he was going to be one of these coaches that will do something remarkable and exceptional in the AFCON and the World Cup. And people will now tell him, please, sir, don't leave us. We want you. But he said, but I've already made my decision. Yeah. I said, I will take South Africa to the World Cup. I will win the AFCON, and I will leave. And they'll go to his village and beg him in Belgium. Please, sir, we want you back. Come back. But unfortunately, he's a failure. No, Hugo Broos should leave the Bafana Bafana team. He is a complete failure. I know that yes, South Africa have not made it to the World Cup for a very long time since they hosted the World Cup in 2010. And yes, that is, a record he broke, and also advancing for the first time.
No, don't worry. We'll come to that.
Yeah.
The question now is, why did he change his decision?
Because he knows that the AFCON is around the corner. And that will be a very big mistake if he should be the coach that will lead Bafana to the AFCON. My brother, you mentioned something. This man is 72 years old. For crying out loud. He needs a long vacation. Being a national team coach at that age, it requires a whole lot.
Yeah.
See,
he needs to rest now.
See, to me, I don't like the idea of having an esteemed old man to be a national team coach.
But national team offers you time to rest. Unlike club side.
Which time?
Yes,
which time?
In FIFA calendar, when you check it, is like
national team.
Not in Africa. Not in Africa.
Do I know for him?
We play with the AFCON. Okay, right now we're going to play 3 consecutive AFCONs now. And maybe they want to coach Bafana Bafana in all of them, plus other competitions that come in the.
When we hear rest,
he doesn't have any time to rest.
But see, then you can't compare it to. Okay, now I want to take you back, guys, to what he said immediately after the elimination. One of his press conferences, he said, "This is 2 levels higher than the PSL." Hugo Broos said that he was comparing the World Cup to the PSL. I think our World Cup campaign was a success. Nobody expected it, but we only hoped that we can be in the second round. That is the expectation. The expectation before they went to the World Cup was, let's even try and get into the second round. So he achieved his expectation.
Okay.
He said, I knew also that this is the level that is 2 levels higher than the PSL or local competition, which majority of our team play, do play.
Yeah.
Now, you saw against Canada what we missed. There's something that South Africa has to work on, not the national team, but the clubs. Now, my question is, what was Hugo Broos trying to say here? What is it that the clubs have to work on and not the national teams?
Honestly, I think the clubs in the PSL doesn't even have what it takes to improve players up to the standard of the World Cup. I don't mean to insult any club in PSL. Aside from Sundowns who play outside. Let me say something. No, ask yourself. Why is it that Sundowns players make the team of Hugo Broos more than every other player? Remember the first game in the World Cup, we saw up to 6 Sundowns players starting the game. Barely saw only 1 player from Orlando Pirates, CBC. Because of what? He wanted to play defensive game. If not, you wouldn't have seen any Pirates player start the game. It's just that he saw that the game plan wasn't working. He had to now introduce Mofokeng and Mbata in the later days of the game. The thing is, I think he's talking about the experience required from the game. PSL doesn't have enough experience.
Yeah, that's why he said it's too levels.
I am telling you, that is the fact. They might want to argue it, but you can argue the way you want. You cannot compare your level of experience in African football, especially PSL, and you compare it to players that play in Europe. They play the Champions League, Premier League, La Liga, you see that. It's not the same level.
I think what Obai is trying to say is that if all the clubs in South Africa, like if some of the clubs in South Africa are at least playing in the CAF Champions League and going to later stages, that it will be a good experience.
Yes, now exposure.
My brother,
because Sundowns is the only thing that has this thing you're talking about now.
My brother, let me tell you something. I don't believe that. Now, let me tell you something.
Is not playing the
CAF
Champions League.
Pirates
that is why he's saying this thing.
No, it's not about CAF Champions League.
It's
not about CAF Champions League. See, let me tell you something. This Sundowns you are talking about is a failure. They have most of the squad in the national team. Still, they don't have that team spirit. Then what is the essence of gathering almost 6 or 7 players from a particular team? Do you know what it takes?
Wait.
No, I'm telling you something. No, in national team, you guys are failures.
Yes, I know.
In national team, they are failures. You can't tell me that you can bring almost 6 players from a team that played for a full season. You tell me to the national team, and when they get there, they get confused.
Wait.
Now, let me tell you something. Do you know that?
I want to, before you condemn Sundowns, I want to ask one question.
Okay, ask the question.
How many goals did South Africa score in this World Cup? Is it not 2 goals? 2 goals, right? Now, those 2 goals, which club scored them?
Don't count Maseko.
He's still there.
Maseko,
the last time I checked,
someone that played for Cyprus League for 1 full season before coming to the World Cup. Did he play there?
Somehow it is still linked to Sundowns.
Oh, because they gave the penalty to Mokwena. Give it to any Orlando Pirates player, he will still score. Let me tell you something, please. When Coach Hugo Broos started using Orlando Pirates players in this World Cup, what happened? Do you see how the game changed? I'm telling you the fact. That's what it is. If Hugo Broos can balance the national team, not being one-sided, I'm just telling you the fact. The Mexico game cost us because of everything that was about Sundowns players.
Okay. Anyway, Hugo Broos has said what he said. He said that he's the national team coach, not us. He has trained with these players. And we also saw it at the World Cup that there were levels to this World Cup that some of these PSL players have not reached. So therefore, what Hugo Broos is trying to say, to me or in my own understanding, that this club should do is to make sure that they are in competitive competitions.
Playing outside South Africa.
Or sell some of these their players to Europe.
And gather experience so that during the national team competitions, you come back and play well.
Yes.
Okay.
That was why Maseko was playing.
Exactly. Yes. Now,
he was not even afraid.
Okay, look at the manner of goal he scored in that game. Yes, that last game against South Korea. That was European standard.
Yeah.
The finishing, the
Didn't you
composure
see
and everything.
Didn't you see the Mbokazi you are seeing now?
What are you telling me? What are you telling me?
My brother.
The Mbokazi you are seeing now, it's not that Mbokazi that
My brother.
This one is still
See, Hugo Broos just wants something to hold on. He wants to blame somebody.
But anyway, back to the last question I want to ask. Now, do you think Hugo Broos should be the person to continue for Safa?
Come on, man. We need peaceful boy. We need peaceful football for the AFCON. No, Hugo Broos should step down.
What has Hugo Broos done that will make you think?
My brother, I am seeing the vision already. Hugo Broos will not take South Africa any fight. See, I'm just telling you now. The worst South Africa will do is to carry Hugo Broos to the AFCON. They might even leave early. Okay. The earlier the better. Okay. Peaceful boy.
All right. Hugo Broos was not the first coach to get 4 points for South Africa, but fortunately, he was the first coach to take them to the second round with the same 4 points. Now, do you think Hugo Broos should continue or leave?
The thing is, I feel like Hugo Broos have been given a lot of chances to prove himself. He played in the AFCON. We didn't see him do well. He only made it to the next round and was eliminated immediately. In the World Cup, yes, he qualified to the next round of 32. And I feel like he qualified because of it was round of 32.
Yes.
If it was round of 16, he wouldn't have qualified.
Yes,
the performance that South Africa exhibited, I say it here every time. South Africa had the easiest group when you could talk about African teams in this World Cup.
Yes,
even the round of 16 fixture, Canada. They will see what will happen with Morocco and Canada now. So I think he has been given enough opportunity to show himself. He is not up to the levels South Africa needs.